Hey everybody, it's Kneecap here, and in this video, I'm going to talk about my number one thing I'm excited for patch 9.1.5 as of right now, and that's going to be the changes to the Threads of Fate. So, Threads of Fate is something that I really enjoyed once they already put it into the game, but it's definitely bare bones the way it sits now, and I think that they could actually use this as a springboard going forward into new expansions into the future or whatever on how to really make sure you can kind of keep the leveling experience and the alt experience pretty fresh and feeling pretty good. So if you don't know what the Threads of Fate are, when you are leveling in Shadowlands, when you get to Oribos, you'll get a choice. You can either do the normal quest line and stuff like that, or you can do the Threads of Fate. Now, currently, Threads of Fate is a little bit blah before this patch comes out. Threads of Fate just means you essentially get to pick your covenant. You get to start earning a little bit of renown before you get to 60. And other than that, you're just kind of doing bonus objectives in the zones like Bastion and Maldraxxus, etc. And yeah, so you just do these things. They're kind of boring. They don't give a ton of reward. And honestly, a lot of times I find myself just doing dungeons because it's actually just even faster to do, and it is fun just to play with your covenant ability without having to get to 60 first or whatever. So it's nice just to have that covenant ability to use from day one essentially on your alt. So what I'm excited about is these changes. So the number one thing is they're adding these daily things. So when you get to Oribos now, you always had the option of going to the main person in the main lobby thing, and they'll be like, well, you can go help out Bastion, or you can go help out Ardenweld, but now there's a couple more options. So there'll be a daily quest for Torghast right there as well. So it'll say you can go to Torghast and help out in Torghast, and then there'll be another one that says you can go do a battleground and help out. We want to observe battlegrounds and see what all your guys' fighting is all about from your living realms or whatever. So you go to Torghast. It'll ask you to complete 2 wings of Torghast. Get a ton of experience for it. You get a little bit of Soul Ash as well. And I think this is a really good way to get a little bit of experience in Torghast. I would like to literally see Torghast just be farmable for experience, like literally grind out experience in Torghast. I think that would be even better, while also maybe having this overarching daily that you could do to complete. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. So you complete the 2 wings of Torghast, get a ton of experience done there. The other one is just to win a battleground. You can win any battleground. It doesn't have to be anything special. And you get a ton of experience for completing that battleground as well. And just by completing both of those 2 things, you'll get a nice chunk of your bar. Probably doesn't take a ton of effort to do. And it really helps you out as far as leveling goes. Now, why this is important to me is because I have 4 or 5 characters that have somewhat level of gear, and I don't really play beyond that, frankly. So for me, it's not that I don't want to level my other characters, though. It's that it's just kind of a pain in the butt, and to have this as an option makes it a lot less of a pain in the butt. And then I have all my characters at 60 with all their professions max, and it just is a much better experience for, in any kind of casual way that you can quantify it. It's a better experience to have stuff like this. I know in BFA there was like some sort of a quest you could do for the island expeditions. I don't know if it was weekly or daily or how it worked, frankly, because I remember also just it randomly not being there for me on multiple characters. Whereas, so sometimes it was there, sometimes it wasn't there. And if you completed it, you got a ton of experience for it, though. And that this is the same idea, right? You're doing the content, the end game content, the lower end game content, but still, you're doing the end game content while you're leveling to get a ton of experience and to help you out in your leveling. So, I think it's an absolutely amazing change. I would like to see one other thing added to it personally, and that would be like a daily dungeon quest as well. I would really like to see a daily dungeon quest, or maybe 2 daily dungeon quests, whatever. Dungeons are such a huge part of leveling experience historically in World of Warcraft anyways. So there should be like a quest to, defend the Necrotic Wake or whatever, right? And you will get your renown, you'll get a big chunk of XP, and then maybe because it's Necrotic Wake, who does that correspond with? I'm not sure if that corresponds with. It doesn't matter who it corresponds with, but if it corresponds with Maldraxxus or whatever dungeon that corresponds with, you'd get maybe some extra reputation towards them as well and stuff like that to help build up your reputation as you go. I think that would be very, very helpful as well for these really casual alts people might want to level up. And if people want to take these, they don't have to be casual. They could take it very seriously and use this as a way to power up something. I mean, that's completely fine as well, in my opinion. I just happen to want to play Threads of Fate in a very casual way personally. So I'm very excited about all these changes with the Threads of Fate. Like I said, I hope that they will expand on them even more. There's also added the little added things like all the flight paths being added and stuff like that. That's kind of its own separate thing, but it kind of goes with Threads of Fate as well. But just all of it, I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to help me finish up leveling up my alts, and I'm looking forward to that, of course. So yeah, super excited about it. As always, I do ask you to please subscribe to the channel because that helps me out so much. Other than that, everybody, have a good one.